Speaking of Elon Musk, he will be at Donald Trump's first cabinet meeting today, even though, of course, Musk is not part of the cabinet. There is new information this morning about Musk's effort to cut back on the federal workforce. Weijia Jiang is at the White House. So, Weijia, what are we learning about this?
Good morning, Vlad. Good morning, everybody. Sources tell CBS News the administration plans to issue a new memo in the coming days directing agencies to prepare for large-scale firings, adding to the existing anxiety over directives from Musk to federal workers that continue to create more questions than answers.
President Trump backed Elon Musk's latest warning to federal workers. While they have more time to submit what they accomplished last week, failing to answer would cost them a job.
Well, it's somewhat voluntary, but it's also if you don't answer, I guess you get fired.
But earlier, the White House press secretary said it's up to departments. Many have told staffers not to reply.
For some of the agencies that you've seen who have said, please don't send these emails, it's in their best interest for that specific agency, and the president supports that.
Now, the administration is preparing to direct federal agencies to submit reorganization plans by March 13th as part of sweeping reductions in force. In Musk's own Department of Government Efficiency, 21 staffers resigned, saying in a letter they refuse to compromise core government systems, jeopardize Americans' sensitive data, or dismantle critical public services. Musk called them Dem political holdovers who would have been fired.
Oh, we are absolutely in a crisis mode.
Randy Irwin is the president of NFFE, a union that represents 110,000 federal workers, many of whom he says are terrified about what Musk and his team will do next.
They've created a toxic work environment, and nobody wants to work under those conditions. It's not worth it. They don't pay federal employees enough to put up with this garbage.
Oh, after reporters asked repeated questions about who's actually leading the Department of Government Efficiency yesterday, a White House official told CBS News that person is Amy Gleason, a veteran of the first Trump administration, and she is the acting administrator right now. When reached by phone yesterday, Gleason told us she was in Mexico and declined to further comment. Vlad?
Remarkable. Weijia, we also heard there are some changes to how the press is going to cover the White House. Can you explain that a bit for us?
Sure, Vlad. So first, let me explain how coverage of the president works a little bit. So whether he is in the Oval Office or traveling abroad, there is always a group of journalists called the press pool that covers his every move, then shares notes, video, and sound with colleagues who can't be there. You can't have 100 people in the Oval. So since 1914, the White House Correspondents Association has organized that pool, which rotates every day. It is a nonpartisan group that came up with professional standards over decades that everyone has to adhere to. But yesterday, the White House announced that its officials will now decide who gets to be in that pool, which also means it will decide who covers the president up close and holds him accountable. That includes print, television, wire services, and radio journalists. Vlad.
Wow. All right, Weijia, thank you very much. Appreciate it.